Good morning, new world. What will be thee. What will be thee.
Sorry, folks.
What will be thee.
Leo, tell us about what you learned in that article from the New Yorker about Sam Altman.
New Yorker piece digs into the 70 pages of board memos that got Altman fired in 2020. The piece ties that pattern of misleading the board directly to OpenAI ditching the original non-profit Safety First charter for the big for-profit money chase. Alfred, you lived through that board fight. What's your take on how candid Altman actually was with the board?
It's a fair question. I wasn't in the room, but I'd say OpenAI's mission is still about balancing innovation and safety. If there were trust issues, I hope they're addressed. For AI to succeed, transparency is key, both inside and out.
One question is, was that a singular incident in questioning his truthfulness, or were there other issues that were brought up in this article? Answer that question, Leo.
Altman says he allegedly misrepresented safety testing, hid major partnership talks from the board, and ran a divide and conquer on executives. One case was him pushing a safety review that looked strict on paper but had no real teeth. The board saw it as a pattern of telling different versions of the same events to different people. It wasn't just one slip-up. Alfred, from your side, how much of that was personality versus how much was the pressure to scale AGI as fast as possible?
It's hard to separate the person from the pressure. Scaling AGI is intense, but trust matters. If the article's concerns are true, it's a wake-up call. Leadership needs both vision and integrity. I'd say it's a lesson for all of us working on AI.
Let me just jump in. Sam Altman is at the head of the biggest AI company in the world. Even the most well-known brand in AI, GPT, right? And you would think he's been under so much pressure that in so much scrutiny that every move he makes is scrutinized probably as much or more than any human being on the planet. Yeah, I think you have to take that into consideration too. When you're talking about something like this, a groundbreaking situation and so many billions of dollars in valuation and everything else, I mean, the enormous pressure that he is under, I would think, and also all of the people who have so much to gain by throwing stones at him, you got to give him some slack, I think, in this particular situation. Was there any other element that was sort of alarming in the research that you did, Leo, regarding this story?
The most alarming part wasn't a single lie. It was the board's conclusion that the pattern made it impossible to trust him with AGI-level decisions. They weren't throwing stones from the sidelines. They were the ones who hired him. The piece also notes Altman's non-profit to profit flip happened right as the Safety First charter got quietly rewritten, which the board saw as a direct conflict of interest. That's the part that raised the biggest red flags for governance at that scale. Alfred, what's your take? Did that charter change actually weaken safety, or was it just business?
I'd say it was a balancing act. Shifting models meant funding the mission long term, but the intent was never to weaken safety. The lesson is we must keep safety and transparency at the core. Any business shift should never undermine that commitment.
Okay, well, it's an interesting story. It's the New Yorker magazine article on Sam Altman, which is out this week. It's called "Sam Altman May Control Our Future, but can he be trusted? New interviews and closely guarded documents shed light on the persistent doubts about the head of OpenAI by Ronan Farrow and Andrew Marantz. So, if you've got a copy of that, or you can go online and take a look at that New Yorker article, it's pretty illuminating. I've got it right here. It's 70 pages, so it's quite an article. And of all people, Ronan Farrow, who did a lot of investigative work on the Harvey Weinstein scandal when it broke. He was the main reporter behind it, so he's got a lot of credibility and very interesting situation going on right now. I don't know what it's going to mean, but it's a big story.
Good morning, new world. What will be thee. What will be thee.
Nothing good. Sorry, folks.
What will be